So I'd like to introduce Veeam, and we're really excited to present at Cloud Field Day 12. Most people have seen Veeam talk in the past, Tech Field Day and Cloud Field Day and Storage Field Day and pretty much every field day going. So it's really exciting time to be back here and talk about Veeam again and give you a quick update of what's going on. So you're going to hear from four of us today. Obviously myself, I'm a global technologist in the product strategy group, and I'm joined by my colleagues, Andrew Zalesko, Anthony Spiteri, and Michael Cade, who all work alongside me in product strategy. And we're going to talk about a few different topics today, but with a big focus on cloud and cloud native. So throughout the next 2 hours, first of all, we're going to talk about who Veeam are and give you a quick update on what's Veeam doing as a business. Then Anthony's going to come in and talk about the service providers and give you an update on what we're doing around Office 365 and how we are now building out self-service portals. I'm going to give you an update on the public cloud and what we're doing, focusing on things like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. And Andrew's going to give you a really great demonstration of some of our products and how they all tie together. And then we're going to hand off to Michael Cade, and he's going to give you an update on Kasten by Veeam, which is our focus on Kubernetes and containers. And he's going to dive into that, talk about what Veeam's doing and what Kasten's doing within Veeam, and then also show you some really cool demos with some integration. So let's just move on and look at what Veeam's doing as a business. Now, Veeam's been growing phenomenally over the past few years, but from a growth perspective, just in 2020 alone, when you think about 2020 as a year for all of us, it was just the most craziest, bizarre year that any of us have ever come across. And from that perspective, a lot of people have had challenges, not only with their businesses, but also personal lives. Well, from a Veeam perspective, it was a phenomenal year for the business. We had 22% year-over-year growth in 2020. And then you can see in the different quarters throughout the year and also into 2021, the actual growth numbers, as a company, we continue to grow. And there's a big reason why Veeam as a company is doing so well in the data protection industry. One, the pandemic has driven a lot more understanding of what's needed. When you think about also different models that are being used, the public cloud growth has been phenomenal as well, just in general, how people have been moving from the data center to the public cloud due to restrictions on their own personal movement, not being able to go into the data center and replace hard drives and things like that. So when you think about technology industry, the growth there has really helped drive Veeam, and Veeam with their new product sets has really helped grow this business. And that's based around Veeam's design strategy. Anyone who's ever heard us talk about Veeam before, we always focus on these three core pillars of what Veeam's about. And we've added a fourth one now. But everything that Veeam does focuses on this being simple, flexible, and reliable. Now, from a Veeam perspective, if anyone who's been a Veeam customer will know how simple our products are to use. You either install an application on Windows, you deploy an appliance from the marketplace, you just set it up and go. It's really simple, really easy to get going. It's very flexible. The same code that you would use on your laptop to back up your laptop is the same code that's used in an enterprise data center, but the way it's designed is just to be scalable. So that makes it very flexible from a customer's perspective on what they want to actually use our products for. And then, of course, reliability. There's no good investing in a data protection business if it's not going to be reliable. If you're relying on something at 3 a.m. when your data center is up in flames and it fails, then you're not going to continue to use that product. You're going to go elsewhere. So from a Veeam's perspective, everything that we do is focused on reliability. That's why we're not always the first to market with capabilities, but we are the one to market with the most reliable capabilities in those products. And then this fourth pillar that we've added around powerful. is as we grow and our product sets grow, the capabilities that we bring to market in these products is very powerful now, where you can not only protect that single Mac laptop that you have, or you want to go and protect 1,000 virtual machines, or you want to go protect 1,000 instances in EC2, you can do everything with Veeam, and it all integrates seamlessly into Veeam Backup and Replication, and it makes it a very powerful platform to build and deliver your data protection solution. So when we look at what Veeam's doing in the cloud data management platform, everything's built around backup and replication. But that's not all we do. We're not just a backup company. We provide capabilities around cloud mobility. So if you want to migrate workloads across different platforms, whether it's from vSphere to AWS or Microsoft Azure to Google Cloud Platform, we provide those capabilities to help you do the migrations. Monitoring and analytics with Veeam One, we give you intelligent analysis of data and the systems that are using it to help you understand your environment. And then orchestration and automation, driving that automation within the data center and within the cloud infrastructure is key to delivering a successful data protection solution. And then, of course, governance and compliance. We're seeing more and more restrictions and regulations coming into businesses around what they have to do with your data. So we help customers meet those compliance and governance requirements. As I mentioned, Veeam Backup and Replication, that's core to everything that we do. So it doesn't matter whether you're trying to protect those cloud workloads, whether it's a AWS EC2 instance, an Azure Managed SQL instance, a Google Cloud VM, or whether it's software as a service, whether you're trying to protect Office 365, Microsoft Teams, or whether you're in the virtual world still protecting vSphere and Hyper-V VMs. Veeam has the capabilities for a true enterprise data protection solution across all these different physical and virtual and cloud infrastructures, whether it's unstructured data on file servers or Mac or Windows physical machines or laptops. Veeam has the capabilities to provide those. And to just give you a kind of quick overview of what we've been doing over the past 6 months in 2021, as we're getting very near the end. Can't actually believe it's coming to the end of 2021 already. But here's some of the releases. Very recently, we just released 3 new cloud products, 3 new versions. So Veeam Backup for AWS, Veeam Backup for Microsoft Azure, and Veeam Backup for Google Cloud Platform. You can see all the different versions there, some of the capabilities we've brought in. You're going to see some of these capabilities today from Andrew. Veeam Availability Suite V11A, we've just released that, and Michael's going to show you some integration with Kasten and how all that fits together. And then things like Veeam Backup for Office 365 version 6. Anthony's going to give you a deep dive into some of the capabilities around that and how that's all working. So for the past 6 months in 2021, you can see how Veeam's delivering a lot of new capabilities to the marketplace. And these are just a subset of some of the capabilities that we're bringing out. So just to finish with Veeam Backup and Replication with version 11 and version 11A, which we just recently GA'd, we have a lot of key capabilities in those. And this is just a subset of some of the highlights that we have in our product around continuous data protection. Anthony's done quite a bit of that in the past at Tech Field Days and Cloud Field Days. So if you want to know more about continuous data protection, go look at some of the historic Tech Field Day presentations he's done. Hardened Linux repository, so bringing immutability capabilities into the data center on premises to give you the similar capabilities to what you get like in object storage with immutability to help protect against ransomware. Archive to cloud, so leveraging things like S3 Glacier and S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Instant recovery, another one of Anthony's favorites. You know, live streaming virtual machines from S3 object storage directly to your vSphere platform. We've expanded that instant recovery capabilities. So go and watch some more Tech Field Day presentations around that. And then backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service. There's been a lot of talk around that and things like Veeam on Update. If you want to know more about what Veeam does around backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service with our service providers, please go and have a look at Veeam Update.
What is the difference between 11 and 11A?
Features and capabilities. So 11 was obviously the first version that we released back beginning of this year. 11A is an update with more features and capabilities in it.
The latest iteration, that's it.
Yeah.
So Enrico, I'd add in there, it's more around platform support, so around vSphere, vSphere 7 support, and Windows, Microsoft support and applications is really there are some features. I think Andrew AZ is going to show some of that, but yeah, it's all about updates, and platform support is the biggest carrier for the release.
Okay, thank you.